SimCity 4 is a game I played a lot when I was younger, and it's remained one of my favorite games to this day, especially after that disappointment of SimCity 5. I always thought I was really good at the game, so now I'm going to see how good I really am by playing 100 years and seeing what I can accomplish. I loaded into the game with a new clean slate ocean region. As I entered the city, I was greeted with God mode. This allowed me to terraform the land into an idealistic shape for my future city. An ocean, a river, and a mountain, and ready was our city. I'm calling it Excellent City because excellent it will be. As I entered Mayor Mode, fireworks were set off by the 0 people living here, and we got started. First, we needed a road to get people into the city. Call me crazy, but I decided an elevated freeway was the best option to get started. Tell me another transportation option that can whiz people into the city at a faster rate. This, however, was very expensive, eating right into our fragile budget. Then came the zoning, residential, commercial, and industrial, all linked by an avenue, and a coal power plant. I told myself this would just be the start off and we'd switch to more eco-friendly sources later on, but yeah, the other sources were not cheap, and my financial advisor heavily encouraged me to keep my budget in the green, so that's what I did. As the first shacks were being built, so was the dirty industry. I quickly came to learn that people don't really want to live near pollution, with lead and coal dust leaching into their blood. So I decided to build some more houses across the river. This is where the real city would be. And the people near the industry, well, they'd be forgotten about. Their cries not to be heard by anyone, least of which the government. The city then grew. New farms sprung up, as did many new homes with lots of people. And you know what lots of people means? Lots of traffic. So, after scrimping and saving for a few years, I decided to spend almost all of my money on an expensive freeway bridge so people could race to their jobs. This, now, as you can see, required the demolishment of many homes with no notice given to the residents, of course. You might think, was I sorry for what I did to these people? Well, the answer is no, not really. As the city grew, I realized a disaster was brewing. All of my citizens were extremely stupid. They couldn't tell their toes from their fingers. It became urgent that they got some education, so I built an elementary school as well as a high school. Very quickly, I noticed the schools were heavily eating into my budget, so I was forced to defund the school system. And within minutes, this lady from the Teachers Association aggressively told me that teachers were threatening to drop the chalk and walk. As our first 3 money people moved in, I knew it was time to expand the city more. I was running low on cash, however, so I took it upon myself to enact a fiscal return of 20% to rake in those tax dollars. I did this manipulation of the markets quite a few times to trick people to move in before raising taxes back up again to make even more money. After that, my financial advisor offered me a lucrative missile deal where I was now flush with cash. So, expand we did. New freeways were the priority, and citizen health was not my concern. New industrial project and a new dump, which was expensive. So I defunded the garbage department, and then my financial advisor offered me this juicy casino deal to rake in even more cash. Disaster looming? Power plants over capacity? Okay, well, I guess I'll build another. Excuse me? You can go back to ordering more marble paperweights after you take care of some real You know what? Deal with that on your own. Also, what's this lady's deal? What is she doing with the walkie-talkie? Now that all of the dirty work's done, we can expand the new rich neighborhoods with a scientific layout of streets and parks to get the rich people in while the demand is still there. For some reason, our financial advisor seemed to hate teachers of any kind. I raised the funding on the schools, and she came at me livid that teachers were driving around in luxury SUVs and every kid had a laptop. I don't really see how that was an issue, but I did look at the education chart and agreed it was a waste of money since the population was still a bunch of morons. But she failed to realize education doesn't happen overnight. We need time. So I went against her advice and built a college instead. She was not happy. So to try to cheer her up, I added some tolls to offset the amount of money I lost and suck extra money out of anyone I could. The new tolls on the freeways did not go very well with the citizens, as they soon started rioting. My financial advisor reassured me, though, that it was well worth it. Progress soon accelerated rapidly, and since we were so good at squeezing every cent out of our citizens that I could go on another building spree. New freeway here, new one here, and new one there. Then, I wanted an area that resembled a downtown, so I zoned out these 4x4 lots for skyscrapers to spring up. Didn't go very well though to start. Firstly, we had like 10 copies of the same crappy drive-in movie theater over here, and a few commie block towers sprang up, but they overshadowed the luxury mansions built below. Then I opened up my spreadsheet and upped the taxes to 20% on the poor to try to drive them out and welcome the rich people in, willing to buy expensive things. Pretty soon, the commie blocks downtown got abandoned, and since I had more money now than ever due to my policy of taxing the poor, I was able to build another 2 whole bridges. Then I decided I wanted a special neighborhood for special rich people only. No one under 3 money signs allowed. As I mapped my vision out, I decided to give them a beach to swim in those bacteria-infested waters. As this gorgeous low-tax neighborhood took shape, even this, unfortunately, fell victim to the same drive-in movie theater being built another 20 times, playing the exact same movie at the exact same time. Then some poor people had the audacity to build their houses here, so I had a team of builders demolish their houses immediately with the families still inside. I, the mayor, also moved into this luxurious neighborhood, and I immediately took my Lamborghini out for a spin to flex on all of the lesser people. Then some idiot driving a subscribe button ran a red light, resulting in a fiery crash. Maybe it's a sign you should subscribe. While I was cleaning up some of the fires from the abandoned commie blocks, I was heralded with a pomp and circumstance university. My advisor was very excited about this, and where to put it? Well, no other than the rich area, of course. But my financial advisor soon came at me livid about my irresponsible spending. A quick adjustment to the taxes fixed that, and then we were prepped with a prep school. Now I started to expand the city more. I wanted to stop people abandoning their homes because of commute times being too long, so I tried to make kind of a city center with a mixed zoning. It had a superior design of commercial on residential. This would become the new city center. My advisor was so happy with the new design that I was getting offer on offer on offer. High-tech industry, car accidents, stadiums, airports. The city was finally becoming big and it was getting into its stride. But that didn't last too long. The city really felt like it had hit its limit. It had a lot of problems, and the fact that only poor people wanted to live here with their crappy drive-in theaters, new areas were just getting scummier and scummier. People couldn't find jobs. Drive-in theaters were being built in the backyards of luxury mansions. I even got so desperate that I tried to lower taxes to coerce people to move here. That didn't really work too well either, so I decided to crank taxes back up for a mega project I had brewing until we had a cool 1.6 mil. What was this mega project? Well, since it was obvious these custom areas of the city were superior in design, but no one wanted to build due to low demand, I decided to de-zone a popular but traffic-ridden area of the city. I zoned out the new, vastly superior city. Parks were put all over the place. Things were good with a burst of construction where people moved in droves. But then even more of those crappy drive-in theaters were built, and construction grinded to a halt. This is garbage! No one wants to live here. The city is ridden with crime, everyone's an idiot, and my advisors have no respect for me. I can't get the population over 400,000, and now even the poor people are abandoning their homes. And now the 100 years is up. Yeah, you know, I really did enjoy playing this, but forgot how much moving parts there really are to this game. And if you fail at any one of them, you get this. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See ya!